The Snake and the Mirror, written by Vaikom Muhammad Bashir. He was born on 21st January 1908. He was a Malayalam fiction writer from the state of Kerala in India. He was a humanist, freedom fighter, novelist, and a short story writer. He is noted for his down-to-earth style of writing that made him equally popular among literary critics as well as the common man. The story The Snake and the Mirror was translated into English. His notable works include Balyakhala Saki, Shabdangal, Maiti Lukal, and Anarganimisham. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 1982. He was fondly remembered as the Bepur Sultan. Summary of this story. The doctor was narrating his own story in which he had a close encounter with a snake. As his earnings were meager, he was living in a small rented room. At that time, he had about 60 rupees in his suitcase, and his possessions were some shirts, dhotis, and one solitary black coat. He returned to his room after his meal. When he opened the door of his room, he heard a noise from the above. He thought that the rats made it. He lit the kerosene lamp and took off his black coat, shirt, and vest. His only companions in the rooms were rats. He lay down on his bed but could not sleep. He went to the veranda for little air. He came back and sat down on the chair. Then he opened the book Material Madika. He tried to go through it, but he was tempted to look into a mirror which was in front of him. As he was a great admirer of beauty, he ran his comb through his hair and adjusted the parting. Again he heard the sound from the above. He ignored the sound and looked at his face in the mirror. Then he took an important decision that he should shave daily and grew a thin moustache to look more handsome. He also decided to keep an attractive smile. He wanted to marry a lady doctor who has plenty of money and a good medical practice. He also wanted her to be fat so that she would not be able to run after him and catch him if he made some silly mistake. As his thoughts were going on, he resumed his seat in the chair. Then he heard a dull thud sound and fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on his shoulder. The snake moved along his shoulder and coiled around his left arm. The doctor sat there holding his breath. He was like a stone image in the flesh. He felt the presence of the god and prayed to him. The snake was powerfully crushing his arm. Death was only 4 inches away from him. Then the snake turned its head towards the mirror and saw its reflection. The snake unwound itself from his arm and slowly moved into his lap. It moved towards the mirror. When the snake completely took its body onto the table, the doctor got up from the chair holding his breath. He went out quietly and started running towards his friend's house. He did not stop his running until he reached his friend's house. The next morning, the doctor went to his room along with his friends and 1 or 2 others to move his things from there. There he found that a thief had already removed most of his things. The thief just left the doctor's dirty vest behind. Thank you for watching this video.